Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone here tonight to celebrate our 25th anniversary. I've been asked many times how REI was formed and what gave me the idea to get into this business. I would therefore like to share with you this very personal and intimate story. As most of you are aware, I come from Kuwait, where all our business was based prior to August 2nd, 1990. We were mainly an industrial group, and one of our manufacturing facilities called Escofon had all its raw materials supplied by SABIC. My country, Kuwait, was invaded by Iraq on 2nd of August 1990. We woke up that morning and the whole security infrastructure had disappeared. No government, no police, and no banks. We were now living the uncertainty of the future of Kuwait. To prevail in such a hostile environment, your priorities or outlook to life changes. Securing the safety of both family and the various expats became a priority, and they were all evacuated from the country. Later, on two separate occasions, I received telephone calls from the border to hear a personal message from Mr. Khalid Al Hamad at SABIC. The message was if I was okay and there was anything he could do to help. I was so moved by this kind gesture. I promised myself the first thing I will do if and when I come out of Kuwait is to go visit SABIC and sincerely thank Mr. Khalid Al Hamad for his genuine concern. On August 28th, I left Kuwait and crossed the desert into Saudi Arabia and traveled to Riyadh to fulfill that promise. The following day, I met Mr. Khalid Al Hamad, Mr. Mustafa Al Sahan, and Mr. Abdullah Al Nujadi at SABIC headquarters. I'd fulfilled my promise and thanked them personally. My next step was to see my family who happened to be in Europe. Having to face a new reality, and I was presented with the question of how I will be able to financially support my family without the infrastructure that was built over so many years in Kuwait. Facing those fears, I realized one of our companies, a freight forwarding company, had a representative office in Dubai. Dark clouds surrounded me, and I could see a light at the end of the tunnel. It was a small operation, but there was something there that one could build on. Therefore, on September 15th, 1990, I left Europe for Dubai, where to my surprise, Mr. Khalid Al Hamad was there to greet me at the airport. Furthering this, he presented me with a proposal from SABIC to become the distributor for the small to medium-sized customers in the UAE, as well as potentially use my new setup as a trading arm to Iranian customers on the condition that we sell directly to the end users. I was privileged that SABIC would put such trust in me. However, I felt to accept such a generous offer, I should conduct a feasibility study of the two markets proposed to me and look into how much value I could add to the SABIC business. As a mental precondition to accepting this unique proposal, I appreciated this challenge. I visited as many customers in the UAE and Iran as I could and saw firsthand the possibility of developing this business and, most important, adding value by improving the netbacks to SABIC. I therefore then met with SABIC and discussed how we would operate, what would be our targets, and how we would finance the operation. And to my great surprise, I was told that SABIC operated with our company in Kuwait on an open account basis with the 90-day payment terms, and hence, as far as the top management was concerned, the same terms and conditions would apply to me. I was so moved and overwhelmed by this immense trust given to me. Subsequently, with my partner, Mr. Rashid Al Kaytoub, the company we all came to know as REI was established. REI Polydis today operates in over 30 countries with 15 local and regional offices covering Southeast Asia, China, the Indian subcontinent, the Middle East, Europe, the US, and Latin America. Although polymers was and still is our core business, over the past 5 years, we have expanded into chemicals, aromatics, and LPG. I have been asked many times by suppliers, partners, colleagues, on what is the secret for the success of REI. The answer is never a simple one because it engulfs many elements. It is the support we have received from our partners, who are our oldest and dearest suppliers. To name a few, Equate Petrochemicals, PIC, Gulf Polymers, SCG, and Braskem. A dedicated team in the REI family, our loyal customers with whom we have built very special and unique relationships over the years. Another driving force are our principles in conducting business. This is something I have learned from my late father, and that is to always be honest, transparent, professional, and most of all, let your word be your bond. We have faced many challenges at RAI, but one constant thing has always been this: we honor every commitment given and will not waver from it, even in times of crisis. Tonight is a special night, not to dwell on our success, but to look into the eyes of every one of you, our partners, whether suppliers or customers, our friends, to each and every member of the RAI Polydist family, and say from the bottom of my heart, thank you.